Yes, people, welcome back to GNA TV and Chelsea Fan TV for another transfer news show for you guys. We're going to be talking about Sesko. We're going to be talking about Olise. We're going to be talking about Summervile. We're going to be talking about Sanchez. We're going to be talking about Maresca. We're going to be talking about a lot of things, guys. Lots to get into, lots to discuss, lots to get ourselves updated on. Panel to join as well. A very muggy and hot day today. Sorry, I've been behind today. I've had someone in the house who has been here for quite a while. So it took a little bit of time to actually get him in and out of the house. But guys, keep smashing the like, subscribe if you're new, and let's cue that intro. Yes, people, welcome back to GNA TV and Chelsea Fan TV for another transfer news show for you guys. How are you all doing? Nearly 100 people in the building. Smash the likes, subscribe if you're new. If you're not hitting the likes, what are you doing? What are you doing? Honestly, what are you doing if you're not hitting the likes, guys? Make sure you're doing that if you can, please. How are we all today? I hope you're all well. Let's quickly see what people are saying. Leo, big up to you. Adele, good to see you. Ruth Rosson, welcome. How good to see you as well. Guys, keep tapping, keep sharing. How are we doing? Chelsea news in the rise. Summervile, Olise, Sesko. Bit of Sanchez talk. There's a bit of stuff going on. Maresca, board's plans, ideas. What we're going to be doing. The announcement of Maresca. Transfer news has just begun. Transfer news has just begun, that's for sure. And let's start getting into things as we like to. I've got the panel joining as well with us today as well, guys. So let's try and fly through this. Big up Jason in the building. We are going to start with, okay, we're going to start with that. The announcement of you-know-who, Enzo Maresca. He has been announced officially by Chelsea Football Club as well to join Chelsea. Yeah, how do you feel about it, guys? It felt like it just dragged out a little bit, though, didn't it? It really felt like it dragged out a bit. He's also confirmed to be bringing along majority of his coaching team, his coaching staff, very important key individuals into the success of what he has done with Leicester up to this point. So we'll be highlighting and going through bits of that at a later stage as well. We are still waiting. I mean, there has been. We're waiting for the official press conference to come out, like little conference of him talking. I don't think we've had that yet, but it has been clarified that the deal's signed, and he is the guy. No shot there, right? First signing for the football club for sure. First signing for the football club. Let's move on to some more details in and around that. Now, what are we going to be expecting from Enzo Maresca? Well, that's a good question. So some of the things that I found from Secret Scout specifically is that Chelsea stars banned from eating tomato ketchup as Antonio Conte introduces strict nutritional regime. Now, there was a comment from Matt Law earlier on, right here, about the type of individual he is. So it goes on here saying Chelsea players are in for a shock under Enzo Maresca's fitness coach. Sauce, salt, and pepper and fried eggs could all be off the menu. You heard it. All of these things off the menu, guys. Completely off the menu. Mate, I don't know why this guy keeps asking for us to create 3 accounts. I've created 3 accounts so many times. My goodness. Hurry up. Confirm. Okay, cool. So let me see the article. Thank you. Right. Why does it not let me see the article still? Why have we got... This is what really annoys me with these outlets. They really annoy me. Really annoy me. Now I've got flies flying around here as well, which annoy me even more. I'm having one of them days today, guys. I'm not going to lie. I'm having one of them days. How much is a free trial? How much do they want for a free trial? Try £1. Oh, my goodness. All I wanted to do is read what he had to say. Chelsea, I can't read it. I can't read it, guys. I'm trying. I am trying to bring the article up, but guess what? They won't let us do it. Big up Jason, Fraser. Good to see you. Steve's in the building as well. Big up to Steve. Fraser again. Gavman, is it a pay? Yeah, it's a paywall. How do I get around? I can't even say that on here, can I? What's it called? There's something you can get around it, isn't there? What's it called? If someone writes it in the chat, then I might be able to get around it. I'm absolutely loving the enthusiasm he has, the things he demands. I 100% believe we're going to improve. You believe we're going to improve under him? Guys, over 150 people in the building. Keep tapping the screen and share it out. I was trying to see if I can get this article up for us to read, but I can't seem to get it up because, as usual, the Telegraph want, yeah, they want us to. Let me see if I can switch this for a second. 2 seconds. There we go. But now I need that article, but now that article's gone. So let's try this. 2 seconds. Try and see if this works. Oh, 1 second. Oh, I think we've done it. Oh, no, I didn't do it. Why would you get me to sign up and then not? Oh. Sorry, guys. I'm trying everything in my power to try and get it to work. Use read a view if you're on an Apple product. No, I'm not. I'm on a Microsoft product. What's this? Yeah. All right, we can't do it. I can't do anything about it. Sorry, guys. I really can't do anything about it. But anyway, yeah, he's going to be introducing strict regimes in his nutrition. It is what it is. I wonder if I go to Matt Law, if we can actually see some of it. What's going on here? I'm getting messages. I am getting messages. Let's have a look. Keep tapping the screens, guys. Share it out if you can as well. No, I can't. It does not work. I tried. Joey, how you doing? Cyril, good to see you. Good to see you. Keep smashing your like. I know I can't get past them. Sometimes I can get past them and I can like share it with you. Other times they just, yeah. Other times they're just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, we move. Chelsea intend to be busy, guys, in the market, as we know. Before June the 30th, the club want a settled squad in place so that Maresca knows what he's working with. Now, when you look at Tosin and how quickly he was signed, there could be, and we're going to find out soon, a quick turnaround on players out, players that we're saying, right, you're not a part of it, get out, and players that they want to recoup him. Now, they could be doing a lot of work right now. They've got the coach. The coach has been agreed, signed. The next part to what they're trying to do now is trying to work out who they're going to sign in this window. And if they can move quickly, if they can move efficiently, and if they can, you know, like they said here, get the job done, then maybe you'd see by close to August that we've signed the players that we're going to sign and we're out. And that's it. And then you have the preseason. You have the preseason at the end of what? Is it mid-July or mid-July onwards? Where you would have a settled squad, the players that we need in right now as well. And yeah, you know, it's better for him because I think you want to get who you want in now with the squad that we got, get the ones out, and then give him a preseason, give him enough time to work with these guys and get them ready, get them sharp, get them fit. Remember, the Euros is there as well, which is another real issue. The Euros goes all the way up to, well, it goes all the way up to the you know, till July, mid-July. So, you know, we're not going to have every single player available. What's going on here? What is going on here? I'm seeing a lot going on here with Olise. What is going on with Olise? Am I missing something right now? Is something else just come out? Yeah, see, I'm so unorganized today, guys. Usually I'm Gem the organizer. Gem the organized. Gem the organized. What's this one? Let's have a quick look. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same news. Same news about Olise, guys. I think we have two priorities this summer, Jim. So it won't be long negotiations. I think we get a goalie. I think we get a striker, and I think potentially, well, we've got a defender. Will they get another defender? Well, we've heard it depends on Trevor Chalobah, so we have to see what happens with that as well. But yeah, that's that anyway. So let's move. Enzo Maresca. Let's go to the next part of where we're going to before we get into it. Guys, make sure you're smashing the likes. Over 150 people here right now. Enzo Maresca is expected to provide every Chelsea player with an online software to analyze tactical information remotely, which will keep players or help players return late to pre-season to get up to speed. So this guy is creating a remote technology software system to show the players that have been late what's going on and what they're doing in training so that they can understand the setup, the style quickly. I know it's different from seeing to acting, but that's quite interesting. That is quite an interesting thing. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, let's give them, online software to show them what their importance are in that role. And you can watch whoever it is at the time playing in your role through that period, say they're still away for Euros, and analyze the movements, the system, how to fit this and the other. So when you come into it, you're kind of aware. It's not a bad situation. It's a way of speeding it up. And that's it, up to speed up the progress, get them, aware, get them to acknowledge what the situation is. Yes, John, what you're saying? Get on the field and we'll know what he is capable of. Gallagher said he's happy to work with Maresca. Yes, he did. Santi JM tweet. Santi JM FM tweet. Yeah, but that guy, some of these journalists, man. Some of these. Interesting. Olise. There's a lot going on with Olise right now, guys. I'm going to keep used to it at the moment. I'm going to keep used to the role, but something else has come in, which I think we're going to want to see on Olise. Interesting stuff. Might not mean much, but interesting stuff. You have to read between the lines sometimes with these journalists. Interesting. We'll come to that in a second. So yeah, that's that. I think we need to just I think we just need to get into the things, right? Let's have a quick look. What's happening with Lukaku? That's a good question. Well, Napoli are supposedly may be interested in Romelu Lukaku. He has a fee that is a fee that's around 37 million, I think it is. 37 million euros or in the 30s, not too sure. So we'll find out a bit more about Romelu Lukaku at a later stage as well. Lights blinding me. There we go. Feel a bit better now. We'll find a little bit more about Romelu Lukaku at a later stage as well, guys. Your owners open the credit card. We're going to make a lot of sales, that's for sure. Keep smashing the lights, guys. Nearly 200 people in the building. Let's go. On to the next thing, which is Simon. Simon says, not this one. Simon says this. I've just read this one. Goodness sake, Gem. Not with it today, guys. Gallagher says this. Gallagher, myself, and everyone at Chelsea are excited and happy to work with Enzo Maresca. We want to get Chelsea back to where they belong. Conor Gallagher believes that he can get Chelsea back where they belong. Champions League football. Challenging for titles. Winning Premier Leagues. If we keep this team fit and we improve it, who knows? You might even be surprised, but don't be surprised because it's Chelsea Football Club. And yes, we finished 10th one season before, but then we won it the year after. And yes, we've been out of a domestic major trophy like a Premier League for nearly 8 years now. But is it time? Is it Chelsea's time? No, I'm joking. Getting well excited over nothing. Getting well excited over nothing. I remember back in the days when I could actually speak like that, Fabrizio tweet, yeah? Come on, let's go. I've lost it. I've gone bananas. I've gone Bunani. What are we looking at? Benfica. Yeah, there's nothing there, mate. There's nothing going on with Fab. What, Kylian Mbappe is here we go. We know that. Benfica. Yeah, I think. Gallagher is what Couch says. Guys, 200 people in the building. Let's move. Right, let's get into some transfer news. That's what you're waiting for. We've got the panel joining us very shortly. Couch Critic is in the building. Let's go to Tosin. Tosin has been undergoing a medical today ahead of his move to Chelsea via the Mail Sport. He is the first player through the door under the Enzo Maresca project. Project. That's what I'll call it for now. I don't even know what to call it yet. Project. First player in the door. Good signing. We'll find out and see. I do think that he offers a lot in the Maresca system with the ball. I think he can play it out maybe better than some of the ones we even have at the moment. However, defensively will be the question mark, and it will also be where we play him. Does he play in the middle of the three, which I think would probably be better, in my opinion? Or do you play him on the right, which he could do, of a three, whatever? He gives you an option. Does Trevor Chalobah stay or go is still a big thing. And remember this, we talk about we need another centre-back. We don't. Because if Trevor Chalobah stays and we've got Tosin, we go Tosin, Chalobah, Colwill, Fofana, Badiashile, Disasi. That's 6 defenders. Centre-backs, by the way. 6. 6. What would be my starting? Interesting. It's a hard one. If they're all fit, I think Fofana will probably start if he's fit. If he's not, I think Chalobah should start. Cole will probably see, and then you got Tosin. So between the 3 of them, in my opinion, big up Pelu. What you saying, darling? Good to see you as always, Pelu. Good to see you. Sesko plus Olise 120 mil. Wow. Fab tweet about Sanchez. When? I don't see anything for Fabrizio Romano. What are you talking about here? I'm baffed. Someone send me the tweet from Fabrizio on Sanchez. What are you talking about? Yeah, another centre back only comes if one is sold. That's it for sure. Chalobah stays. Lavia in Europe. It'd be interesting if he can stay fit. That's true. Guys, keep smashing the likes. We're going on from there to Sanchez, actually. We are going Sanchez, actually, from Fabrizio Romano. But this was yesterday. I understood Chelsea's new coach, Maresca, has told the ball that he really likes Robert Sanchez. Maresca looks forward to working with the Spanish goalkeeper next season as he believes Robert is ready for the next phase of his career. Chelsea expect Sanchez to stay at the club this summer. How do you feel about that? How do you actually feel about that? Am I missing something here? He's actually brought saying out, hasn't he? He has brought saying out on Sanchez. There we go. I've got it. I've got it. There is a new update on Sanchez, guys. Weirdly enough, talking about Sanchez. Before we even get into that, 3 minutes ago, for Fabrizio Romano, an exclusive from not that one, but this one. Here we go. More on Chelsea's plans to continue with Robert Sanchez as goalkeeper. Ben Roberts being nominated head of global goalkeeping. One more factor to keep Sanchez. Enzo Maresca also informed Chelsea that he's happy to start working with Sanchez, as revealed yesterday. What? Listen, I don't really know how to feel about this because there is good parts to his game. Yes, we know he can play the ball out. Yes, we know he can make a decent save here and there. But he just lacks concentration. And if you're going to play a goalie like him in high-risk football under Maresca, his concentration levels have got to be bang on. I don't know. Now, listen, Ben Roberts, Enzo Maresca, you seem to think you guys can get the best out of him. I think they need to give him a chance in pre-season. I think they're going to give him a chance over pre-season. Give him a chance over pre-season, and if he isn't good enough in pre-season, you don't hold on to him. You go and get someone that's better with the ball at the feet, more decisive, more comfortable, all of that. You don't wait around and just hope that he's going to get better. So see him over pre-season and then make a decision. That would be what I would say. Give him a chance. Poch said that about Kepa last summer, but who knows if the manager likes the way he plays. Listen, that's true. You know, they said the same thing about Kepa last summer and he didn't even last. So let's see. He hasn't even started playing with these guys yet. He should get a quick answer to that. Yes or no? This is backwards, is what Pelu says. Backwards and done. Yeah, I feel that. I do feel that to a degree. Trust Maresca. He improved Henderson at Leicester. I don't think he was known before. Okay. Now we're going based on the fact that this manager is going to improve players that have just had bad seasons under all at Chelsea. Semi-bad seasons. Because he still made some good saves or was effective in certain parts at the beginning of the season. Didn't leak as many goals. Maybe because he played less than Petrovic. Just saying. But the mistakes, like the Arsenal one, from playing out at the back, the lack of concentration of holding on the ball too much and not kicking it quick enough, just always wanting to pass out from the back. Listen, that will suit the Maresca style. But is he comfortable and good enough to be consistent in his performances? That's the big question. Can we see a proper performance consistently throughout the season? Because he is better with his feet than Sanchez, than Petrovic. He is. Petrovic has even said he ain't good with his feet. He said he ain't good with his feet and that he's actually working on it. If Petrovic can work with his feet, work on his distribution with his feet, he would be the number one still. But because this guy's better with him with his ball at his feet, not massively, by the way. He is good with the ball at his feet. I don't think he's amazing. I wouldn't put him in like Edison level or Allison. Like, he can do it. But, you know, I don't know, man. I just don't know. John says no. His passes, small spaces, has to get away better for me. Exactly. Yeah. And he's going to be playing a lot more high risk in this system. A lot more high risk in this system. So, I don't know, you know, guys. I really don't know. I think both goalkeepers will get fair chance. Fair enough. Give him a chance. But make a decision quickly. Don't just hold on to him and hope and pray that this is going to work. Yeah, and it doesn't. And then we go into next season, sticking with him. Yeah, one or two errors occur in goals because of him again. Like, we're here to be quick on this. Guys, if you ain't smashing the likes, get the likes up. There's 250 people in the building watching across Twitter, Chelsea Fan TV, and GNA TV right now. Get the likes up, guys. That's what we need right now. Hit the thumbs. The more we hit the thumbs, the more it spreads out, guys. So this is the breaking news that we've got at the moment with no Silver either. True. It's so much the deep balls, but he's passing to the centre backs. Don't even bring me back to this. Don't bring me back to this. So there we go. Sanchez, Petrovic staying. We're being told that Chelsea wanted a goalie. Maybe not. Ben Roberts, who's the head of goalkeeping now, and Maresca have both decided they want to keep him. So I'll keep you posted on that one, guys, when there's more news is coming up. Let's go into the next part of it, which is to do with Omari Hutchinson. Now, this guy could potentially be sold. Chelsea won't loan out Omari Hutchinson again this summer. Permanent deal only. CFC would only consider 25 to 30 million for Omari. Stuttgart are pushing to sign him, who are the favourites, along with Ajax and Feyenoord, who are also keen as well. Chelsea looking for a straight cash sale. Some people are confused about it. Others are not. I think this makes a lot of sense. I'll be quite honest with you. He's in a period now where he's in good form. He's just won the championship with not won the championship. He's just come up from the championship with Ipswich. Player of the match. He is in good form. Form that maybe we might not be able to get. And because of that, it's demanding a higher market value. So you have to look at the player's performance for the season and how you can get the most out of them in terms of profit, money. Because there are players in this team, whether you like it or not, that are not going to be playing for Chelsea. Whether you think they're great, whether you think they deserve a chance. These guys, these owners are not just thinking about these all getting into Chelsea. These owners are thinking about putting these guys out on loan and seeing if we can get some higher market value in, which brings profitability to the club and allows us to be more expansive You know, we've been bringing players in, but also by offsetting it against the books per year. And these are all important things that we need to understand. Chelsea is a business, guys. It's a club to us, but it's a business. It's a business at the end of the day, you know. It's a business. It's a win-win. He's either stays with us, which means he had a great preseason, or we make 30 million on a cheap investment. This is my point. Now, we do need to give, I think, Arsenal 20 to 25% of this fee. So they will make about 7.5 million, say 5 to 7 million off the sale, depending on what we sell him for. But that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we make 30 odd mil. We're still going to be up 20 plus odd mil. We didn't even pay much for this boy, did we? How much did we sign Omari Hutchinson for? Omari Hutchinson to Chelsea. How much? How much was it? How much did he cost? Did he cost anything? We took him off Arsenal in summer of 2022. How much did we get him for? Do you all remember? Do you all remember how much he was? By any chance? He was free. There you go. He was free. Perfect. There you go. He was free. He was free. Can't complain about that, can we? He was free. So if he has to go, he has to go. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Let's move. Guys, nearly half hour in. Smash the like buttons. We are going to be getting the panel in very shortly to discuss some of the more busier news. Incomings. Who are Chelsea looking at? Who are we looking at? Well, we're going to look at it now. Benjamin Sesko is a very serious option for Chelsea Football Club right now. There is also interest from Arsenal, who are also intrigued and interested in Sesko. But however, Chelsea seem to be the ones on the front run at the moment on this one. We're going to talk more about Sesko in a bit because I want to go to. Let me try and find that actually. Oh la la la. Okay, maybe not. But yeah, we'll talk more about Sesko in a minute. That's not what we're looking at the moment. Kirkez is under consideration. Yeah, we do need a left back. I can't rely on Chilwell. I can't rely on really Kukurea. I do think we should sell one. We're going to sell Maatsen for 30 odd million. We know the story. We speak about this all the time. Do we need someone in that role? Probably. Someone that's a bit more offensive and able to overlap and be productive and create, but also be able to defend. Kirkez is very good going forward. Don't get me wrong. And he can defend. I just think his positional awareness needs to be a bit better. Then it comes to this one, Summervile. Now, we're being linked to this boy, Summervile to Chelsea. To get Summervile and potentially Olise, that tells me that there's got to be not only Hutchinson going out the door, but someone in the main team's got to go. Sterling, or there's got to be a loan. Mudryk, Madueke. We can't be having Summerville and Olise. So, I'm not too sure how true the Summerville thing is. It falls on the fact of do we get Olise or not? You know, and that's the real big thing. And Olise is something that's really heating up at the moment. Really heating up. And we're going to be talking about Olise in a second. We're going to be talking about Olise in a second. Hopefully it's not another Mudryk. Pies. What about Pies? Pies hasn't done anything. Pies hasn't done anything. He did. This is true. This has happened minutes ago. And I'm about to show you it because it's the next step. It is where we're going right now. So, 3 minutes ago. Now, you can take what you want from this. It probably means nothing. But this is what Fabrizio Romano has just retweeted. Well, it has retweeted. Fabrizio's just retweeted my Olise tweet. Retweeted his Olise tweet. Now, people were asking, this was literally 3 minutes ago. Now, what was that tweet? What was that tweet? Well, that tweet right here was this. Just retweeted Seriously Pies tweet about Michael Olise. Something's happening behind the scenes, I wonder. Fabrizio Romano has just retweeted a tweet from Pies about Michael Olise. Something's about. So if we go to Pies, let's go to it. What one is it? It was the one 2 days ago. So now I can't find it. I cannot find it. Maybe I can find it. Well, he just retweeted it. Anyway, that's it. He just retweeted. Yeah, exactly. Jem, what you saying? Arn, how are you? Good to see you. He is a baller. But that's the news right now. Fabrizio Romano's just retweeted Pies' tweet about Michael Olise. Something's happening behind the scenes. I think I have it here, actually. What did he actually say on the tweet? We are cooking. I think what he retweeted was this one. I'll just quickly show you this quickly. This is what he retweeted, guys, right here. This is what he retweeted. Now, 2 days ago, Pies put this tweet up from Fabrizio Romano saying, Chelsea really appreciate Michael Olise. We will return to Olise's case in the next few days. That was 2 days ago. Fabrizio Romano has just retweeted that. So are we about to get news? Are we about to get news on Olise? We can't make this stuff up, can you? Are we about to get some news on Olise? Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what happens. Now, is Olise going to be a great player for us? Of course he is. Is he a player that we can look at and say, yeah, we need at this club? 100%. Chelsea continue to like Michael Olise and Eze. Now, I like Eze, by the way. I do like Eze. But we can't be getting Eze and Olise. That's just not happening for me. There's not in a world where that actually makes any sense, guys. I think we're going to be in for Olise. 100%. I think we are leading in Olise. In fact, do you know what? Where is it? I'm going to check something. I'm going to write a message to someone. Okay. Let's see what happens. Eze screams Spurs player for me. Good player. He's a good player. Said Omari gives an impression of going all out for Olise. Yeah. But Omari was never playing in the team anyway. But Madueke will have competition on the right, which means I think they're going to play Palmer more in the middle. And I think Palmer and Nkunku, Mudryk, Sterling will be left and middle. Well, no, Nkunku and Palmer will be in the middle, and then Sterling and Mudryk could be off the left, with Olise and Madueke on the right, and then a striker of Jackson at the moment, and maybe Sesko. You know, that's what we'd be looking at. Guys, 300 people in the building right now. If you're not smashing the likes, hit the likes, guys. Let's get this up. If we get any news later on tonight as well, we will be responding back. Like I said to you guys, any breaking news on Chelsea, we will be coming back and we'll be highlighting and assessing it. Do me a favor, hit the notification button. The notification button will let you guys know when we are live. Hit the bell, guys, on YouTube as well. If you can do that, smash the like buttons as well. We're 35 minutes in. Let's go. So that's Olise. Could be news on its way, guys. That's all I'm going to say. Could be some news on the way. Let's see what happens with that. Breaking on Chelsea is the other one from Santi JFM, who says that Chelsea have begun negotiations with the representatives of Olise. Again, that's Santi JFM. I'm not really... I know a lot of people will be banging on about it, and I've brought it up for you guys, but I'll be honest with you guys. You know my thoughts on journalists, and it's not a bad one. You take it like a pinch of salt, you read it, and then you look in between the lines. Try and look in between the lines into what they're saying, and then listen and wait for maybe a fab tweet and whatever, and make your own assumption on it. I feel at the moment with Olise, we are in the lead for that, poll lead for him. I don't see Man United at the moment coming in for him, and I can see us going to get that done. So let's see what happens. Fingers crossed it gets done. At the moment, I don't see anyone else coming for him. And I don't see why he'd want to go from Palace to Manchester when he can go from Palace to Chelsea. You see what I mean? So it's going to be interesting. I'm just assuming right now. I don't know if that's right. I'm just assuming that we are the only club in for Olise. I could be completely wrong. But from what I've read and what I've seen in between the lines, I feel that this is the thing right now. So let's see what happens more on Olise. Now, going on to Sesko, because Sesko is one that's actually been spoke about a lot as well. Chelsea pushing to land Benjamin Sesko ahead of Arsenal right now. Now, what does the article say? Well, we can go through that article, I think, without it blocking me. So let's go to this article over here. Make sure you're hitting the like buttons, guys. We're going to be getting the panel in very, very soon, by the way. Very soon. Arsenal will have to ward off Chelsea. Why do they do these adverts? I swear. Yeah, to ward off Chelsea. Where are we? I've just lost it. Because all these ads, they're so annoying. Go away. How do you stop these ads? I swear, man, I swear. Arsenal will have to ward off attention of Chelsea in pursuit of high-rated right-back Leipzig, Benjamin Sesko. Right-back. RB Leipzig. Chelsea are on the hunt for a new striker, but they're not alone in their desire to bring in the number 9. It is a key position in the window for plenty of clubs, and Arsenal was set to battle Chelsea for one of the market's hottest names, Sesko. Sesko is is seen as one of the best young talents in Europe at the moment, and his profile suits Chelsea. His agents have been in contact with the Blues Chiefs again over the past 48 hours, and momentum is now building for a bid to be placed. Team Talk can reveal. So apparently, in the next 48 hours, well, Chelsea have been in contact in the last 48 hours to put up for a bid. I wouldn't bid first because Arsenal are just going to sit back and wait to see what we do. And then whatever we do, they might then try and outbid us. I can feel that. Sesko has a release clause of 55 million and has been one of the key names on the list. Sources maintain the Gunners are still strong position for the 20-year-old, and Team Talk have learnt that he has been impressed with the project being built at the Emirates. So Arsenal are favourites to sign a new Chelsea target. There is a belief that Arsenal inside us that they are a quality forward away from beating Man City to the Premier League. There is also a desire to not overspend this summer as well. Leipzig want to hold on for him for another season. Not going to happen. However, the chance of him agreeing to that are very low as representatives are working hard in the Premier League to sign Sesko. Man United are also another one that were involved. PSG are also keen. Kylian Mbappe leaving the football club. PSG will be in the market, guys, for a striker. That's 100%. They might even go for Osimhen. Who knows? They just took Kylian Mbappe off the books. They could easily go for Osimhen. Do you know what I mean? They could easily. I don't get the hype for Sesko. Not saying he would be good, but get all of the excitement. I think it's what he can become. I think that's what it is right now. Boys, the link's in the chat. Link in chat. Let's go. There we go. We want to get Josh in as well. We want to get Josh. We want to get Josh. There's so many Joshes on him, man. CFC Joshes. Josh. If we was to get Olise, Eze, Sesko, and Calafiori, we are serious contenders. That's what we got here. Oh, made these flies, I swear. I want to kill them. It's another project striker, is what Xavi says. Xavi, the link's in the chat, bro. If you want to come in, get in. Josh, the link's been sent to you. If you want to come in, get in. Guys, you have the links to join us now to discuss this. Now, what happened to Osimhen still? Everyone goes, what happened to Osimhen? Why are we pulled out of him? What's the situation? Well, Chelsea have ruled out Victor Osimhen due to fee, style of play, and injury history. And, yeah, fee. all of them things. But don't also forget amortization, which is massive in it. Wages, which was another thing, because we don't want to pay 300k for his wages. And yeah, obviously the fee. But style of play is true. I don't think he suits Maresca ball. And I think his injury history, I don't really know about that. But everything else made sense. Everything else made sense, guys. Can't be title contenders without experience to manage out the games. Too many times we concede. And this is the thing, like, I agree with the whole experience thing. I just think it's very hard to just go and get experience. Like, name me players that are very experienced that we should be getting. Come on. I want to know. What experienced players are available in the market that Chelsea Football Club should be signing? Like, what is experience to you? I want to know what experience is to people. I'm like Andy Murray with the fly squatter. Mate, I swear. I don't know where they've come to today, but they're just out of nowhere. It looks like we're getting Olise since we negotiations. Like, Laporte for under 10 million. Is he even in the market? Is Laporte even available?
I think so. I'm not sure. Where's he at? Saudi or something? Where the fuck is that? I forgot.
I don't even know. That's my thing. Who are these players people talk like? Who? I'm all cool for like experience. Like, we talk about experience all the time on here. Like, Couch is here as well. Like, big up to you guys. But like, when you say experience, I say who, and then we say Laporte for 10 million. But where is Laporte? Is he in Saudi? I don't have a look now. I don't actually have a look. Where is Laporte? Laporte.
He might be in La Liga. La Liga or Saudi.
He's in Spain. Is he in Spain? I think. 10 million for Laporte. Were you happy for that, guys? Is that the type of experience you need?
He's good, but you asking another injury-prone motherfucker, and what you call it? I feel like we got a lot of left-footed TVs.
Saudi. I hear that. Yeah, listen, I just think it's very hard to add the type of experience that people want when the market's not showing any experience, really. Like who's available with the experience that we need in the right positions and available in the market? That's my question. And like, Couch, I know you spoke about it a couple of times as well. Like, we need experience. We need people to show these guys and stuff. Like, it's also very hard, isn't it? It's a very hard market at the moment to just go and buy experience at the moment, it seems like.
Sorry, what are we speaking about specifically? Is it about like striker experience or defensive experience?
No, just about general experience across the squad, like specific experience needed in the team still. Like, but my thing is, in the market, where do you get your experience?
Yeah, and it's just about like whether or not, like, I understand experience is not the easiest thing to come by, especially when you're looking to challenge or at least get back into the ranks of challenging. Experience is what? Experience at the highest level would probably be the most desirable rather than just somebody that has played a few games in the Premier League before. You want to have somebody that's experienced at winning, right? Because you want to bring a winning culture to the club. And that doesn't come cheap. That kind of stuff doesn't come cheap. Do we have the ability to go and get somebody that, has won and has it in their pedigree and wants to come and work in a project? Those types of players that you get that want to come work in a project are coming for a paycheck. You know what I mean? They're not coming here to just like, foster along the young players and get them playing. Like, that's not how it works. And, our new pay structure, our new salary structure limits us from going after players who would be deemed, the experienced type that have won at the highest level. We're just not going to be able to attract those type of players to the club at this point in time. So, as I said before, we just have to be more patient with what this is that they're building. I've said before as well that I'm not necessarily on board with how they've gone about structuring this club. And if you're not going to have experienced players, then you need experience around the club. You need an experienced staff. You need experience in the director's box, guys that have won, and shown that they can build winners. If you have inexperience on the pitch, you have inexperience in the manager, you have inexperience in the board. It's just inexperience. You can't look at it any other way. So if it's not going to happen on the pitch, which I can probably agree, You know, it doesn't make sense to go out and sign a guy for 60, 70 million that's only going to give you about 4 or 5 seasons. And at the same time, you're not going to get an experienced manager who knows how to win, who knows how to foster that sort of like winning. And then you don't have guys that have won at the board. We're in the same position we've been in for a while.
Yeah. Do you want to add anything onto that, Josh, before we go into the talk of what's on here? Experienced players?
No, not particularly. I mean, I don't think. I think when people just kind of use the term like experience, just kind of throw it out there. I don't think, like I said, there's not really when I think experience, I'm talking guys like in that Tosin age range at 26, 27. I think some people are thinking like, let's go get like another early mid 30s guy. And I'm sorry, but guys like Thiago Silva, they're Thiago Silva for a reason. They don't exist anywhere else on the planet to have a 39, 40-year-old elite center back that can be in your team. Like, so I just think it's kind of a buzzword people use because they want to. I mean, what are you talking? Well, then again, give me some experienced players you would prefer to have in the team. I mean,
like you said,
until I start hearing like some actual names. Like,
well, I don't think that. First of all, I don't think that there's a lot of players that we can acquire based on our structure right now, right? But
I mean, we can basically acquire whoever we want. We have money to acquire basically.
No,
we
don't.
So.
Our pay structure does not allow us to just go and get anybody, or else we'd be probably looking at who knows. God knows it. We're looking at guys that
That's
are.
What I'm saying. Who's the player, Couch? Who's the God knows player? Oshiman is the 150 million release player. Like you could argue he's not that experienced. So
this is what I'm trying to say. Like, first of all, players of that ilk don't want to come to a project team. They want to continue to win and play at the highest level. You know, you can't just.
Who's that player? And Mbappe just went to Madrid for free.
What do you mean? Who's that? You don't think there's any experienced players in world football right now?
I'm asking you to give me one. I didn't say give me 10. Give me one. Who's an available experienced player you would like?
Who I would like?
Yeah, who's an available, experienced player that you would like to bring into the team?
Available now. Now you're saying available.
Well, yeah, they have to be available, Couch. Otherwise, it's nothing. You're just talking about nothing.
Yeah, but I mean, they have to be available. We could just put 150 million on this player. I'm saying is
that is the big money player. That is the big money guy.
It's not a buzzword. It's a necessity in clubs. Whether it's on the playing field or it's in the board or it's in the manager, you need experience. That's not a buzzword.
Varane couldn't even bring experience to United. What are you talking about? He sucks.
He does suck.
Like, you're just looking for names so you can shoot down the targets, and I'm not about.
Someone he brought that name up. That someone put that on the screen. That's what I'm saying. I don't have a name for you because I don't think that player exists.
Like, okay, this player should come into this club. I don't think about it that way. I'm just thinking about what this club needs right now is experience. There's no doubt about it. Wherever you want to look at it, whether it be at the highest level. And for me, experience is more than just like an age thing. Experience for me is about, hello, I've won at the highest level. I've done this before. I've been through the wars. Like, this is what we need in the club right now. It's not about just like, I'm 29, so I can come into the club. You know,
I don't think that's the idea that this project of management and want to go down anyway. I just think they're looking
clearly.
I think they're not looking for like. I'm not saying they're not looking for people under the age of 25 because that's a myth because we just got Tosin and he's 26, turning 27. So this whole thing of like under 25s only is not true. I just don't think you'll see them going to sign a 29-year-old striker midfielder who's still got maybe 2-3 years left to come into the team. I could be wrong, but I don't see them doing that because I think they want to work on youth and produce and, you know, bring the youth and with the youth playing in the league, i.e. the ones we brought in and spent money on to play, to have experience through playing in the league and then be developed by whoever the coach is, i.e. Maresca right now, to then be ready for the ages of 25, 26, 27. When they reach that, we don't have to look for experience because we've got these guys that we've had since 22, 21. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So
again, that might be the case. But again, all I'm saying is if it's not going to happen on the pitch, it has to happen throughout the club, somewhere else in the club. And right now, it's not. There's nowhere. Like, we don't have an experienced manager. We don't have experience in the board who have built winning teams. Like, we just have nothing. And I'm harping on this. I probably said this on the last 2 or 3 streams. Like, this is not how Chelsea have built winners in the past. You know, we've basically, even at the inception, even at the
you got, like,
inception
that
of-
idea of football does not exist, and it didn't exist really, other than at Chelsea. We were a one-man, one-woman operation. That was it.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
so-
didn't exist. That didn't
And
exist.
why
anywhere else.
can't we? What's wrong with adapting with the times as well, though? I don't get it. Like, what's wrong with adapting with the times?
What do you mean
Again,
by that?
everyone's favorite manager, Jose Mourinho, is going to coach in Fenerbahce, for Christ's sake. So, like, all these guys who are like, we need this guy here, we need
not
that
too
guy
much,
here, like,
not too much,
like-
not too much on Jose, not too much on Jose. Chill.
Jose, fuck
Like,
Jose. don't give a fuck
I get
about Jose.
the
All he does
concept.
is
I get
talk
the
shit about the club.
I get the concept of what you're saying, Couch, but this goes back to, like, listen, for me, it's the same principle as everyone that kept shutting down our team at the beginning of the season, like last year, like, oh, Chelsea ain't gonna do anything. You need experience. You need experience. You need experience. And then when we're looking at the fucking experience, it's Raheem Sterling, Ben Chilwell, and these sort of guys, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's all
exactly.
about
So
quality.
not just-
It's all about quality. So upstairs, bro. Yes, in an ideal world, yes, you want winners that have been there and done it before. But if they're doing the right things and they're making the right steps and they're bringing in the profile players that we need, we can definitely kick on, bro. And then from there we can start winning, and then they get that winning experience. But as it is, bro, I think it's just too. I look at it. It's a little bit narrow-minded to just say, oh, we need.
Well, you know
we
what?
need
You know what's
this and
funny,
we need that.
Don?
We need this.
Since they've come here, this lack of experience in the board and whatnot, they've had 4 managers come in. 4 managers. So
No, they've had 2
already-
managers come in. They've had
Jesus
They've had 2 managers come in since the
Yeah, there's a
sporting
bit of
directors have come in.
context to that.
They've
No,
had
this
2
is
managers.
3 now. This is 3 now. This is
the third manager. This is the second manager that the sporting directors have hired, bro. The first manager
Potter?
they hired was
Potter?
that wasn't them. That was Bowley,
Potter
bro.
wasn't hired by the sporting directors, man. He was brought in
Okay,
by
so the
Bowley.
board
Potter was hired by the
board
sporting
have
director.
hired 3 managers, right?
The board
Yeah,
have
but- yeah,
hired 3
yeah, but bro,
managers.
yeah,
You
but
guys
bro,
are all
yeah,
about
but
the semantics of it. Like they've come in.
it's not
and we've had
semantics,
3
bro.
managers.
It's
Yeah,
not.
they kind of
It's
matter.
not semantics.
They kind of
It's-
matter here.
Okay,
How
so
can you
let's-
say how can you say semantics when Todd Bowley was running about
You guys
signing,
continue on. You
making
guys
all
let
the
me know
signings,
You guys
bro?
are ready to have a
Well,
real
Couch,
conversation.
you're using this as a reason to bash them when you're using the non-semantic argument to bash them. We're giving you the actual facts of why they had why they had Bowley, why Potter was here. These weren't hired by the sporting guys that we just got. Like these guys
Okay,
have
so
hired.
they hired Poch,
now-
yeah?
Yes,
They hired
Poch,
Poch, the
yes.
sporting directors. Yes.
Okay.
And that was
Yeah, but do you
shit.
think
They hired Potter as well.
Poch was their number 1 target, or do you think it was
They
Nagelsmann?
didn't hire Potter, Jen, because they
Oh
weren't
my
even
God,
here.
that doesn't matter. They hired
Who?
him.
Yes,
No,
it
I'm
does.
saying
That's
the owner
ridiculous,
signed.
dude.
Wait, one at a time, guys.
Hold
One
up,
at a
hold
time,
up.
one at a time.
Yeah, one at a
One
time.
second, guys. What I'm saying is the owners signed Potter. That was for sure.
Yes, the
I remember
owners
Bowley-
signed Potter.
I remember Bowley being the sporting director on his own and sacked everyone else, which is just relied on Bowley.
Yeah,
to make
I mean, like I said, look,
decisions.
they've made a lot of mistakes. But like I've said to you before, yeah, if you go back to Man City's time, a time where we basically had no social media when they first took over, I'm sure if I do a little bit of digging, I'll probably find a lot of mistakes that they made at the beginning as well. Do you know what I mean? This is not as far
Yeah,
gone
the
as
one
what
mistake
people.
they didn't make
This is
is
not.
when they went
This
and
is
got
not.
City and the guys from
Hold on,
Barcelona
Couch.
to build the
Hold
structure.
on, Couch. Hold on, Couch.
That was one
Hold on.
brilliant move on
Couch.
their part. They basically
Couch.
brought in a structure, guys that have won before and know how to build winning teams.
Okay,
It's
so
no
okay,
different
all
than
right.
when-
Let
it's
me just okay.
No difference than when Abramovich came in and brought
Okay.
Peter Kenyon with him to build the structure. that
Okay,
was
so
conducive to winning.
I
so with
agree
your
with that.
logic, with your
Yeah,
logic then,
agree
with
with
your
that.
logic then, with your
He
logic
did do
then,
that, by the way.
we need winners to win. So basically, what you're saying is, no matter what these lot do, because they haven't got the experience of winning, we can't win. That's your logic then. Is that what you're saying?
I think you need to bring experience in. Yes, I do.
But that's not going to change. They're not going to change these man right now, though. So if they go and sign Olise and they go sign Sesko, the 2 players that you want, right? Is that not a winning mentality, bro? Is that not a winning mentality to you?
What does one have to do with the other?
I've asked you a question, bro. You really like
Yeah,
Olise.
but I
You
don't
really
understand
like
what-
Sesko.
I don't
You
understand
really like
what that-
Sesko. You're saying
It
that
doesn't
to
matter
win
who
we
I
need
like,
winners.
what-
You're saying that to win. No, your point is, yeah, to win we need winners is what you're saying, right? Which I agree with to an extent.
within
bro.
the structure
to an,
of the
to
club,
an extent, bro.
Yeah.
So what I'm
People that
saying,
know
what I'm
how to
saying is,
win.
so basically you believe that with these sporting directors and with these owners, we will never win anything because they haven't got experience of winning. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that you need experience in the club that know how to win. Yes, you can look.
Yeah, so we can't win without them then
Okay.
because they haven't got experience of winning. So we're doomed. We're doomed, guys. We're not going to win with these guys. We're doomed. We're fucked.
Well, if that's the approach you want to take, sure. I'll
No, but that's what you're saying. But that's what you're saying, though. That's what you're saying.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you
Here's
need
what
to
you're
bring
saying.
in experience. I'm saying you have to bring in experience. Are you saying that they're never going to bring it in? It's just going to continue 25 and under the whole time,
Who knows?
and we're never going to bring somebody that's
Why-
experienced. In
25 and under. Tosin's 26,
With-
bro. Tosin is 26
Oh my
years old,
God.
bro.
Why
See,
is Couch's
age
point
thing.
so
Okay, all right, guys,
complicated?
continue your conversation. Go on. Continue your conversation about like
I
Tosin,
just,
mean,
I- it's,
experienced player that's
it
going to
makes a
take
lot
us
of
to the
sense.
top of the Premier League. Tosin.
I understand.
You spoke about age. That's why I mentioned Tosin. You said about age.
I never
You said 6.
I never once mentioned age. I said experience.
You just
I
said
never once mentioned
25.
age.
You just said under 25. You literally just said that.
That's
I just
their
heard you say
model
that.
right now. That is their
No, it's
model
not.
right now.
No, it's
Yes,
not.
it
No,
is
it's not.
their
It's not
model.
anymore. No, it's
Holy
not. No,
snap.
it's not. If that was the model, Tosin would never be signed, bro. He would have never got
Are we
signed, bro.
still talking about the model or the future of the club? Because right now, the
That's a
future
good
of the club
question.
is signing Sesko and Olise and all these players for this manager so that this manager can implement a structure and try and bring a winning mentality with what he has with these young players. Because that's what I think they're trying to do. Whether it works or not, it's another story. And yeah,
I
we
just
maybe
think it's for me. I just think it's really narrow-minded when people just say we need experience, and they shut everything else down. And it's like, yeah, we're not going to get anywhere without experience. I don't look at it like that, bro. I can see these men building something, and hopefully, what they're building right now is going to make them winners, right? And then we go from there. In an ideal world, at the beginning, yes, you would have wanted Todd Bowley and that to bring in guys that have gone there and done it. But unfortunately, that's not the case. These guys are not going anywhere. So what do? We now problem solve, right? You go bring in the likes of Olise. You go bring in the likes of Sesko. You go bring me a keeper better than Sanchez. That's what you've got to do now. So I don't understand why we're still having a conversation about, oh, we need to bring in the likes of Peter Kenyon and that. That's not going to happen right now as it is. We know this. You know what I'm
We should
saying?
have got Michael Edwards, man.
People that keep saying, oh, get rid of Woodrick, get rid of Madueke, get rid of these guys. We know that's not going to happen. This is not realistic. Let's talk about what's realistic. Let's talk about the reality of the situation and how we can actually win with these guys. That's what we need to be talking about.
All right, continue.
Okay. So let's move on from the model and stuff because that's where we're going right now. Let's talk about what's above us. Sesko and Olise. Now, this is Couch's two players, man. He wants these bad boys. You know, don't get me wrong. I think everyone wants
Olise. Get me Olise.
Yeah,
I don't know
Olise's on that for sure. Sesko's up for opinion. Some people feel maybe he's not the right fit for the club. I
won't mind it if it's both, but if it's just Sesko, I'm pissed.
I think Olise is definitely someone that would improve. And you got to look at what would improve the squad, maybe even the system.
Level raiser.
Olise does. He does increase the levels, in my opinion, in front of goal, the eye, the creativity, all of that. He needs to be in the top club anyway, in my opinion. He's going to go into a top club. So to get that opportunity to have him and potentially, you know, you look between the two of them, you could be doing about 120 million. 60 on each one, 55 on one, 60 maybe on the other, say 60 for both. That's not a bad bit of business if we're going to be selling. God knows how many we're going to be selling very soon. So what are your thoughts, guys, on the potentials of these two individuals potentially coming to the football club?
You already know Olise. That's my baller still. But I like Sesko, I don't know. I haven't watched Sesko a lot like that to be saying, yo, get him in. But from what I'm hearing, it seems like it's another
facts, nomadic
facts. Project Striker. But I feel like if we have Nkunku, Palmer, and Olise behind like a Sesko and or Jackson, I'm not worried, bro. Because the chance creation.
I'm doing a FIFA builder. I'm doing a FIFA builder now. I think it needs.
I'm not really worried because the chance creation and we're gonna get goals from all three of them. And I feel like what people are saying, like the striker market's dead, and I feel like they don't want to dish out like another 100 mil for like someone you're not too sure. Like I don't believe the age thing with Osimhen. I just feel like they're looking at it and they've been like, okay, the wages is too high, the release clause is too high, and they backed out. You know what I mean? I think that getting these two guys, Olise and Sesko, is a better deal to me than just splashing, you know.
Okay. Anyone else on these? What are you saying? It seems like the Olise thing could be quite promising.
I don't think we should go for Olise, to be honest. I think we should go for the likes of Chiesa. I think we should go for the likes of Chiesa, bring in some experience. I think we should go for the likes of those sort of guys.
Oh, I was about to say, bro.
He's trolling.
That's how we're gonna win. That's how we're gonna win, guys. That's the only way we're gonna win.
You're embarrassing.
Come on, man.
You're embarrassing.
You're embarrassing yourself.
Don, he's only
He's
played
tough.
90
There's no
Premier
hope.
League
There's no
games,
hope
man.
for these man. There's no
What a
hope for these
poor
man. We need
take.
Chiesa
What
and
a
these
poor
guys,
take.
man.
You sound like a 12-year-old, man. What are you talking about?
Bro, that's how you sound when you're being so
established-
narrow-minded, bro.
They already established that they're going to be working with a younger team, a young team. But I have no problem.
You guys are mad.
You have to have experience in the club. You're saying, oh, they didn't bring the experience, so we just have to deal with it. I don't want to just deal with it. I think we need experience in the club. It's really that simple.
Fair enough.
Is 90 Premier League games, is that experience for anyone? Olise's played 90. He's played in 90 Premier League games.
Can we? Are we going to be serious? Let's talk about his injury record. Can we talk about that? I want to talk about real
That's
things.
overblown.
He's
That's
played
overblown.
90
That's
games
overblown.
in 3 years. That's
That's
90
overblown.
games in 3 years. 90
he
games
came
in 3
back
years.
and
Is
once
not
he
Okay,
got
no. I want no complaints because a couple players we already signed already got injured. So I just want no complaints.
Yeah,
That's
I
all
agree.
I'm saying.
Remember who said that about Wesley Fofana? Remember who said, "Oh, we're going to spend too much money on him. It's going to be a recurring injury." And bang, look what we've been stuck with.
And Nkunku, the list goes
Mbappe's
on.
in goal. Mbappe's in goal for us. I decided that's the type of player we need in goal. Mbappe, and then we got Sesko, Nkunku, Olise, Fernandez, Palmer, Caicedo, Cole, Fofana, James, Cucurella, Mbappe in goal. How's that look to you? Under the Maresca style. I mean, if we get Sesko and Olise, this is where we were going to assume it's going to happen. 4-2-3-1, right? Obviously, it will change in structure in game. Obviously, we've not seen enough yet, but does that instantly improve the squad from what it is now to what it is last year? Yeah, of course. I think Olise does. But what about Jackson? What happens with Mr. Jackson? Is Sesko that much better than Jackson to be putting him on the bench?
We wouldn't know until we find out. That's going to be my quote from now.
To know that question answer? Yeah, Sesko. Yeah, you've lost me. What's lost you about it, mate? Can't you see? So all right, you go Jackson up front, but what? Then what do you do? Even if you went Jackson there, what you do with Nkunku? He ain't going to fit in. I mean, it's good options. Don't get me wrong, and he's going to have rotation. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. I still think we need a left back. That's my biggest issue when I look at that team right now. Even if you sign Olise and you get Sesko, the left back is an issue for me. The goalkeeper is an issue for me.
Well, Jim, I think we kind of have to actually see what Maresca wants to do before we decide on what style of left back that he would prefer. It's like, does he want to invert him and have a more defensive center back style left back, or does he want a more attacking, overlapping, underlapping style? More of a fullback kind of player. I don't really know yet, so it's hard to profile left backs on the market if you don't really know exactly what he's looking for.
Is there any experience?
Or if he'll be in the job next season.
Is there any experience left back we can get? Kirkes? No. Anyone? Can we get Roberto Carlos back? Is he available? Let's have a look.
Fucking get Ashley Cole out of retirement, man. He knows how to win.
Name me an experienced left back.
Don, you're trolling.
No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
It's like he doesn't understand what's being said to him.
I can't. Can you not hear how disingenuous I'm being, bro? Come on, man. Live a little, man.
Well, just get over it, man.
Live a little,
you
bro.
already heard what I had to say about it.
Live a little, man. How did we manage to get to a final? How did we
Yourself.
manage to get to a final and to a semi-final if these guys are so bad? And they're so bad, right? We've got no winners up there, but we still managed to get to a final somehow. I wonder how.
Yeah.
Hodge's experience, and then he bottled it per usual.
Exactly.
Does that work, guys? Ashley Cole?
Exactly.
Alphonso Davies? Maybe. Is Alphonso Davies deemed as experienced? Can I ask?
I mean, I think
Alphonso Davies would be solid.
He's been playing for
But you want
years.
to talk about injury records? I didn't hear you piping up about him, Jay.
These are facts, though. I didn't say that was wrong. Oh, yeah. I thought so. I'm consistent, bro. Don't do that to me.
I'm actually struggling to work out a good left back other than young, maybe could be good, which is what we've got a lot here anyway, barring some of them, could be good in the next couple of years. Players.
What Nomadic said was facts.
I don't really know that it's like a position in football that you're going to see a lot of going forward. I think with some of the way Pep has kind of changed and these guys are inverting guys now, like the position I think will change quite a bit over the next few years. I don't
Maybe
think
they
it's going to
shouldn't.
do that.
Maybe they shouldn't
I
have
think
Fernand come on.
positions will change all the time, man.
Yeah,
We
I
had
mean,
Maybe they
defensive
should.
fullbacks, attacking fullbacks, like in the last 5 years.
yeah, like most of the like attacking style, like traditional fullbacks are now basically wing backs in a wing back system. So like unless you're playing a system like that, you know, it's the style of left back is much different now than it traditionally was.
What did we say? Because I remember looking at one of these like in games breakdowns on like how he looks in game, and he has like a 3 at the back, so it's more like a like that, I would say, with wingers further up the pitch. 3-4, 2-1, 3-1, 4. We need to see it, don't we? Until we see it, it's going to be really hard to imagine it. But could it be a 3-2?
I watched Dan versus Southampton full match.
Yeah.
You know, it's like an in and out of possession formation kind of thing. You know, like in possession, it's this formation. Out of possession, it falls back.
Definitely, when they have it, is this formation.
Right.
What's your guys' thoughts about the goalie then? Sanchez staying at the club. Did that shock you guys, or were you all right with that?
I don't know. I want that. What is it, Varela's? I think he's pretty good, but I don't know because maybe he just. I think Poch said the same shit last season. I've been saying that he wanted Kepa. Let me see what they actually do because I do feel like we need to improve upon Sanchez. I feel like we're gonna go into it with the same shit. I feel like he's not the worst, but he has a lot of bozo moments.
Bro, we needed to have hella bozo moments in preseason so we can do a U-turn. That's what we need, bro. That's what happened with Kepa. Because remember, Poch was saying how he wants to keep Kepa, and then he witnessed him in preseason, and he said, "Yeah, it's ain't a bit of me," and that's coming from Poch. So Sanchez, he better not scam his way through preseason because honestly, bro, ever since the Arsenal game, Gem, he left a bitter taste in my mouth because I was just there, gassed in the stadium, and it gives the ball to Rice from nothing, bro. Nothing.
We were sitting next
and then we ended up drawing that game. Yes, bro, we was together in that game, You know, so for me, we've got to get rid of him, man. Because like, honestly, this guy can be he's got all the attributes you would like in a keeper. Like he's tall, you know, he's got a little bit of authority in his box, to be fair, like in terms of cross collection and whatnot. He's a good shot stopper. Like before the injury, he was actually decent in terms of the shot stopping, but it's just the moments, like what Xavi said there. So for me, man, he's got to go, man. Bring the guy from what's that team? Las Palmas.
Yeah,
Valles. I like him. I like what I've seen of his Valles, isn't it? Is it Valles? Valles, right?
Yeah.
I like what I've seen from him. To be fair, he looks like a proper leader in the goal. He reminds me. He's got a temperament similar to Martinez at Villa. Similar to that. Good shot stopping, just commanding in the box and on the ball as well, bro. He's like an extra centre back. You know, Sanchez, I don't think his distribution is that great, to be honest. It's very inconsistent. I'd rather we get rid of him.
I think the board just said that there's not a good goalkeeper market available, so they just said, fuck it, we're going to keep Sanchez. You got to cut one of the two, and I'd rather keep Petrovic, so that's where I stand.
It's clear to me what they're doing. So clear to me. They can't shift Sanchez right now. We have 4 goalies under contract right now. Kepa's coming back to the club. No movement yet on any of these keepers. You honestly think that Maresca, who just came in, has not really even seen Sanchez play, is saying, yeah, I want to work with this guy. He's not even, you're forgetting that he was hired to just be a guy that can work with the squad that we have. He's not going to come out first moments of his hire and say, well, yeah, we need to get rid of this keeper. This is just the company line. This is PR. This is what we do. This is what this ownership do. They spin PR, and they're using this manager now as one of the scapegoats for this idea that we're going to be keeping Sanchez, when clearly he's not good enough. None of the goalies are good enough.
Well, facts.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Couch. Like in the summer, it could change potentially. We have to just see, innit? Hopefully he goes.
What is that part? That Las Palmas. What's it called? Las Palmas goalie like. Who's been watching him? Is he good?
Bro, he's good, man. He's good, man. Straight away, he impressed me. Like in comparison to what I saw from, is it Jorgensen that was linked to? He's 22, innit? And he gives me Kepa vibes, like I said the other day. there's something about his shot stopping just gives me a little bit of like banana, just butterfingers, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like he just doesn't seem assured. But the first thing I saw this guy, bro, he just seems really assured, man. I think he even got player of the season for Las Palmas as well. He just looks the feeling I get from him, Jem, is the feeling you get from them keepers where you can even look at him and say, yeah, this guy can be the captain for the team. I don't like keepers being the captain, innit? But that's the sort of feeling I get from him.
I just feel like it's an area that it's just an area that I feel we can't get wrong though. Like if we do go into the market and we sell, like, all right, get rid of Kepa or whoever, if we do that, you can't be getting another like Kepa-fied goalie from Spain. That's just, you think.
But Jem, who are you keeping? Kepa, Petrovic, or Sanchez? This is where we need honest conversations. Petrovic, right? Okay, so cut the other two, and hopefully the goalkeeper market opens up in the summer. That's it. It's not even complicated.
What's wrong with Petrovic as a second goalie? If we have to find someone that's good with the ball at his feet and he needs time to maybe develop that, I don't know. But I won't get rid of Petrovic. They're not going to get rid of Petrovic. I'll just sign him anyway.
I don't know, man. I just told you I don't like Jorgensen. He's not good. Don't bring him in, please. Well, he's decent, but not for me.
Why would we sell Petrovic? I don't get it. Like, yeah, he could leak to cut off.
He's the only one that can be sold. Who's the only one that basically can be sold at this point in time?
Why?
Like,
which is madness.
If you keep in mind, we can't just send people on loan, right? Because like the number of people that you can send on loan right now is going to be lowered now to 6 international loans, right? If nobody wants to buy Kepa for his $275K a week wages,
let him go for free.
So again?
Get rid of him for free. I don't give a fuck. Get rid of that guy. You don't need him.
How do you just get rid of somebody? He's under contract. What do you mean?
I don't know. What? So we sell Petrovic.
Wait, Couch. How much longer is Kepa's contract? It's only 2 more years, right?
Yeah. So how do you move
2025?
So you just give him cheap, fucking whatever they want. Have him. That's what I'll do.
Kepa's not on 275.
But that's not reality.
Listen, we took an L in it anyway. We wasted a ton of money on that guy, and like Lukaku in the first place. I don't care at this point now. I just want us to just kick it under the dirt and just move forward. I don't want them staying because we can't get rid of them because of their wages and people.
He's definitely not on 275 either, Jim. Couch, I don't know where you're
saying. It's like 150 or something like that.
He's on 160. He's on 160. But at the end of the day, it's like, I don't keep him. Get rid of him. I wouldn't get rid of Petrovic. No way.
He's got to be second choice.
Yeah, I'd get rid of
him.
him.
It's not about whether or not you want to get rid of him. It's whether or not you can afford to keep him based on the fact that you have already 3 keepers and you can't move any on loan. Like, are you going to use one of your allocations on loan for?
No, just sell them cheap.
Okay, I'm just leave it there.
No, I get what Couch is saying, because what it is, with Kepa, he's under contract right now. He's on a lot of money, Jem, and any club that comes in for him right now ain't gonna pay him 150K a week. So it's easier said than done in terms of like ripping up his contract and going.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, why don't you just take the hit? Let someone come in and offer him something, whether they offered him 100K a week or 110K a week for 25 million, and just take the L. And
but bro, but that's the thing. This is the thing, though. I'm sure the club will be more than happy to do that. Yeah, because look how we just got rid of everyone last summer. But the problem is, Kepa is a punk. This guy will sit around and then just make it hard for us. Yeah, and then he'll just probably go on loan somewhere. So we're still paying him, or the club, the club that's what's gonna happen. But the thing is, I'd rather he gets sold, because he's actually gonna take a space, right, which can go to someone else, like a Leslie, for example. If he gets loaned, you know what I'm saying?
Celebrating at Real Madrid, man, when he was over there and everything, he can button off, mate. He didn't want to be.
I don't like that guy, bro.
Resale value as well. Like he went to Real Madrid and got benched by Lewin, so it's even harder to sell him now. But I do think we get a little. I don't know, maybe a little 5 million, maybe.
I don't think Sanchez is the problem with Sanchez. We spent 30 million. What was it? 30 million on that guy. Yeah. I don't know why we did that.
25, and we put him on a 7-year contract.
Well, one of the worst signings I've ever seen us do in history, along with it. 30 million for Sanchez. He's crap.
Who recommended? There was someone on our goalkeeping
Ben Roberts
actually recommended him.
Yeah, Ben Roberts, man. That's the problem. He's the one that recommended him. He came from Brighton with Potter.
What did I just do with that? I had to say it in my hand. It's gone. So whatever. Like, it's, you want a goalie that's comfortable on the ball, that can play high risk, play further up the pitch if he needs to, Go and find it, because to be quite honest with you, Sanchez, yeah, he's okay playing out the back, but he's not that great. I'll be quite honest with you. He's not that good with the ball at his feet, from what I've seen of him. I think he's good. He's better than Petrovic, but he's not like, oh my God, we've got to keep him from Maresca because he can play, you know. But at the end of the day, listen, he's going to improve it. If he thinks he can improve him, go on then, do it over pre-season. We'll watch. If you're, you know, show you can get him to a level. Like, cool. But don't waste time if he's actually a bozo and still a bozo. Get rid of him. Like,
do you know what it is? Yeah, let's just to play devil's advocate a little bit here. Let's say worst comes to worst. Yeah, we do keep Sanchez, right? Let's just talk about Maresca's system a little bit, because Maresca's system is a lot more patient than Poch's. Poch was all about hot potato football and just rushing guys. And Sanchez, he came with the same mentality that he had at Brighton, because with Brighton they always play out from the back all the time. There's certain times I'm looking at Sanchez and thinking, yo, just boot the ball out there like Petrovic. That's why I like Petrovic. He's no nonsense. He'll just boot it out if he can't play it from the back, right? And it will just, you know, get the pressure away. But in a system like this where, you know, we're building up a little bit more patient from the back and it's not hot potato football, it's all about possession. Maybe, do you think, Jem, that there's a chance maybe that, you know, Maresca could revive him a little bit? I'm not saying I want to keep him, by the way, guys. I'm just looking at it from the other side, because obviously these are two different systems that we're playing in right now in comparison to Poch. And now Poch is hot 100%. Potato.
That's
this is more composed.
That's what we got to see it before we jump, right?
Yeah, I guess it would depend on what kind of work with the feet are we talking. Like, yeah, if you're talking like short distribution, constantly cycling through the keeper, like, yeah, probably not at all his best attribute. If you're talking about a keeper getting it off his foot, getting it, playing balls down the side, things like that, he actually had some okay balls down, you know, deep balls down the side early in the season. Like, if you're talking about that kind of distribution, then maybe it's a little different. But if you're talking about cycling through, using the keeper as like someone to work through, probably not. But I have absolutely no idea what kind of style of play he's talking about with this keeper.
Exactly. So. We can't really judge it yet. I'm just going on what we know. But at the end of the day, he could improve him and he could be useful. And maybe he eliminates his weaknesses by the way that we play. Maybe. I don't know. I just got a feeling that in games next season, we're going to have the same issues in adapting, which means that we're going to have them moments. You know,
he's going to learn the hard way.
When we have he's going to learn the hard way. Is he going to be the one that's going to be able to like get us out of that situation?
I felt bad for Maresca. I feel really bad for Maresca.
You know, because it's like, shit, is he got that? Because I've seen it last season. I remember him running back to his goal. Do you remember? From the halfway.
Against Brentford.
Yeah, that wasn't his fault though.
He tried to take the guy out and just fell over.
Don't forget when he kissed Disasi's cheek when Disasi scored that own goal against Leicester. Like,
I watched that game again. I remember saw that.
What's wrong with this guy? Honestly, he's got a goal, man. He's got a goal, people.
That's Kepa vibes, man. Kepa getting the ball hitting him in the face against Ajax at home. Do you remember that? Fucking hits the post, hits his face, and goes in. Oh, mate. You don't see Petrovic doing that shit, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't get it. He's just a bit. He's more, for me, he's a more assertive shot stopper. Like, when people were shooting stuff, I feel like.
I just find it so hilarious that we're talking about Petrovic like he's just as bad. Like, I don't think that like he's not, even if you think he's better than Sanchez, it's not to a level like, look how many goals he conceded this year.
Yeah, but he played more games.
It's not to a level, it's not even to a level where I can be like, yeah, I would much rather this guy over this guy.
How many more goals could he have conceded if he wasn't in goal? Because we've had so many times where he saved us in games.
Our record, just for the facts, at the beginning of the year, our defensive record was better than at the end of the year. Without a shadow of a doubt.
It wasn't because of Petrovic, though. That's a little.
That's based on what you say and been moaned about on
but our defensive record was better at the beginning of the year than it was at the end.
Yeah, but that's based on your thing of injuries as well, because we didn't have the injuries at the beginning of the year too. But we
but Jem, what it is, yeah. The reason why we started to concede a lot more goals is because Poch changed the system again.
Exactly.
Because start of the season
and the injuries
and the defense became more leaky. You can't blame that on the goalkeeper.
If you might remember, start of the season, we used to leave games with expected goals and we've got a lot more possession and whatnot. And then I will never forget after that game, Jem, against Arsenal, international break, when we played Brentford, Remember that hard period? We had Brentford, we had Man City, we had Newcastle and whatnot. That
I
period
got a
there,
work meeting. Bless up,
that
all
was
you.
love,
bro.
love, bro, love, Kelly. That was the introduction of ping pong football. That was the introduction of tennis, right? After that international break. Lack of control football, runabout, Gallagher, Liverpool rock and roll football. And that's why we started to concede a lot more goals.
That Man U game is like the epitome of what.
No, it was
like,
down to
how we started
systems.
playing.
Yeah. It was down to the way we were set up and how, yeah, we know that systems, but we also had the injuries and stuff. And listen, I'm not saying Petrovic is the most greatest goalie ever. I just felt a little bit more comfortable when he was in goal than Sanchez.
But I
That's
think,
all.
And it's
we're
because
also
changed
we're
over
also
the
trying to
weekend,
say
though,
that
because
we
we were
don't.
playing
None
up
of
on
us
the
think
back of
that Petrovic
Petrovic.
is going to be our number one, though.
Yeah, but at least
Like-
he used to hoop it when he weren't
Yeah, he
comfortable.
definitely hoofs it to
He
nobody.
fuck around. But he
To
wouldn't have
nobody.
done what Sanchez did when he passed the ball to Declan Rice when we were 2-0 up against Arsenal.
Didn't
Just
do
trying to
that, but
play
he's
out
done
all
other
that.
things. So, like, it's just like we're it's just.
I don't think. I don't think.
You prefer him to Sanchez, but I'm like, all right, cool. One's a little better, more secure, but it's not. We don't have the keeper yet. That's what
No,
I'm
we
talking
don't.
about.
We
Yeah.
don't have.
They're
keeper
both
sheet.
shit to me.
Yeah, I get
I think
that.
we're all in agreement that we need a keeper, though.
We do need a keeper. I agree. But I'm just saying, out of all of them, I will be keeping Petrovic. That's it.
Right, but
Like,
yeah,
that's
if
my
you had to move one and nobody wants to buy the rest, he's the only one that's movable. It's not like he's the answer. Like, you don't keep him because you think he's the answer. You keep him because he's probably the best of a shit lot.
Yeah, but he's
Right?
Yeah, as a second goalie, he's a very good option. in my
Okay,
opinion.
all right. I think we need a goalie, and I don't really care
agree.
who the second goalie is.
That's what all of us are saying,
if,
though.
if Bettinelli was our second goalie, I'd be fine with that as long as we have
I
the
wouldn't.
goalie. I'd be
I wouldn't.
fine with Bettinelli as the second goalie as long as we have the
We
goalie.
used to have Peter
Because
Cech
for me,
and
Because for me, I'm not
Courtois.
chopping and changing goaltender anyways. My number one is my number one. He's playing
Yes.
almost every match. So if
It's not always
Bettinelli
the
comes
case,
in
though, is it?
and plays the conference league against whatever Betaspor or whatever, like, I don't care. For me, the number one keeper is the one that I want to be playing 80-90% of the matches.
I
So
get that, but
whoever's on the bench don't matter to me.
it does to me because if we had like Sanchez got injured early in the season and we called
he
him
did.
Petrovic, so we needed a second goalie. And by
that drop off is quality.
Talk
And then,
about the levels. The drop offs can't be like that.
yeah, that's
For
too
them to
drop. And
come in
then
and cover
even
it.
if that's your number
That's not
one,
gonna help
bro,
us.
you still need competition in training.
Yeah,
Like,
you
I'm
need
telling you that if I had
you
my
still-
choice between having two average keepers and one number one and then a shit keeper, I'm definitely getting the one number one who is my
You get
number
the
But
one.
one
that's
number one,
different to
which-
what you was just saying. You can't just be like, I'm gonna have just Bettinelli because my
Guys,
number two.
you
I
guys are
need
missing the context of what I'm talking about.
no,
It's
but
either
but it's like you're shifting to like, okay, we're choosing between a shit bunch. We're trying to say we need a new goalkeeper, but if you're gonna keep Sanchez and Petrovic, we would rather keep Petrovic. And you're saying you're gonna drop to Bettinelli. That is too much of a level drop.
You're missing.
That's too much of a
Obviously,
level
you're missing the point of what I'm saying. I'm saying is all I want is a number one. I don't care who the number two is because the number one is the most important position.
But I'm
right?
going at that point.
Number
bro.
two
If
after
you,
that,
you
it
gotta
could be
care
any
who the
one of
number
those
two
guys.
is.
I don't care. I don't
Are
care.
you saying between Sanchez and Petrovic?
Any one of them. It doesn't matter to me as long as we get the number one.
As long as it ain't Bettinelli, because that's the
Yeah, not Bettinelli. I can understand your point of
That's what I'm
Petrovic
saying.
and
Like, you
Sanchez.
can't be doing that.
Bettinelli is too much
You
of a
can't be
drop-off,
dropping
bro.
that.
You guys are
Yeah,
taking this a
you
little
got to
bit
rely
too
on your
literally.
second goalie.
Okay, it's okay.
No, I'm just saying. Like, you look at Man City, they got Edison and Ortega, and Ortega's a great second goal and actually goalie. And actually, when Edison's not in the team, the level still stays near enough the same, pretty much when he's in the team. That's just what we used to have with Czech and. But that's what we used to have with Czech and Courtois at one point. Like, we had two really good goalies, didn't we? Like,
Yeah, but we didn't have it with Czech and Ross Turnbull.
Yeah, that was atrocious.
Okay, so you see what I'm saying though? Like, it didn't matter
That
to
was
me
a big
because we had
drop-off.
Czech.
Yeah,
It didn't
I get
matter to
that.
me because we had Czech. You see me?
Yeah, I see that, but I just worry.
I get what both of you are saying because Couch is basically looking at it from a point of view of the first choice keeper is going to play majority of the games, so he's not really focused too much on the second choice because he's not really going to play like that unless it's like cup games and that. But at the same time, Jem and Xavi are basically saying that drop off can't be too low to go and bring in like a what's his name Bettinelli. Bettinelli. Yeah, he's like a third choice, bro. Do you know what I mean? So you need a fine balance, and that's why we're saying keep Petrovic because he is the fine balance. He's a good second choice keeper to have, and then you got an upgrade on a Sanchez because Sanchez when he came in he was meant to be the first choice. So
He still is.
Technically, he's the first choice. That's where the upgrade needs to be. So if anything, he's the one that needs to go. That's the point that these lot are making. He's the one that needs to dip.
I'm not even arguing that. I'm just saying that if it comes down, again, I don't want to keep harping on the same thing. I'm saying this. We don't have the keeper right now, right? Whether it's this guy or the other guy, we don't have the keeper, right? So whoever you want to keep, the only reason why I say you move Petrovic is because he has more value on the market. You're not going to move Sanchez. Who's going to buy this guy?
They just signed him.
Nah. Sanchez will definitely have buyers, man. He's not that bad. So? Yeah, of course he will. Of course he will. He'll have a lot more buyers than Kepa. 100%. 100%.
We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Look, things are going to change over this summer window. Who knows? He might get in pre-season or not
It's crazy. Who's going to buy Sanchez, bro?
Sanchez and sell him. I don't know. One or the other.
Who's going to buy Sanchez and Kepa?
We'll find out sooner or later. Maybe he don't get a goalie and he's happy with what he has. I don't know. We'll find out sooner rather than later. Let's see what happens with that, guys. An hour and a half in, I think I'm going to call it because I've got a bit of work to do. It's been a good little show for you guys. Like I said, if we get any news later on, like anything comes up of Olise or anything, we'll come back and we will do a show, guys. We'll do a show. But for now,
it's got me heated up in here, man. It's supposed to be a good show, man. It's got me heated, man. Real talk.
Hey, man, we got to switch it up at times, Couch, man. Sorry, man.
we got to switch it up, G. Do you know what I mean? I need to, I got delayed today, guys. I would have been on a little bit longer, but I had some person in my house that didn't want to leave and kept asking for a cup of teas and stuff, so it delayed everything. But it is what it is. We move. Listen, we'll keep you posted. I will be on. Where are we? Tuesday today, isn't it? Yeah, Tuesday. So we could be on tomorrow. Be on the next day. We could be on every day. Who knows? All I know is we're waiting for news. As soon as we get news, we'll be on. All right, guys. Big up. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy. We'll be back very soon. Peace out.